Have you ever had that feeling of striving too hard, while it simply seems farther and further away? As if the more you showed interest, the more it cooled. What if I told you that there is a simple, subtle, almost invisible signal capable of completely turning this game? A gesture that, when done the right way, activates a powerful trigger in her brain, making her feel an uncontrollable desire to be close to you, to look for you, to want you more and more. The truth is that in the world of attraction, it does not always win those who most demonstrate. Quite the contrary. In many cases, excessive availability, lack of mystery, and fear of losing end up destroying what could be a strong connection. This is where the secret that almost no one told you about emotional seduction comes in. The power of the invisible signal, that gesture that transmits personal value, emotional security, and a certain degree of male mystery that drives the feminine mind crazy. In the game of seduction and relationships, there is a silent dynamic that happens all the time, and those who understand it simply attract effortlessly. It's like you become the kind of man she can't ignore, the kind of man she observes, analyzes, and in the end, ends up wishing. Because you have learned to master what few men dominate, the art of attracting positioning rather than pressure. And the most interesting of all this is that this sign is not about what you say. It is about what you transmit. It's about how you behave when you're with her, and especially when it's not. This is when you stop running and start walking with purpose, when you show with small attitudes that your presence is valuable, that you have options, and that is not desperate for attention. This is magnetic. This is irresistible. This video will open your eyes to a hidden psychological pattern which is present in virtually all the dynamics of conquest. And if you stay with me until the end, you will understand how to use it to your advantage, without manipulating, without forcing it, but simply activating the feminine emotional instincts that make it see you as someone of high value. And when that happens, my friend, you don't have to run after anyone anymore. So if you are tired of always being the guy who gives more than you get, feeling that it is all the time fighting for her attention, breathe deep. Because today, you will find out what really changes the game in a relationship. And the best, with just one sign. But before I reveal you exactly what this sign makes any woman see you differently and feel that will almost instinctive to approach, I want to ask you something simple, but extremely powerful. Comment down now. I'll change the game. Yes, write this in the comments. It sounds simple, but this gesture already shows that you are taking control of your love life, that you will no longer accept being set aside, ignored, or living in doubt about what it feels for you. You are here because you want more. You want to be the man who dominates his own value, who understands the hidden rules of emotional attraction, and who positions himself as someone she respects, admires, and wants. And this movement begins with attitude. It starts with you declaring now that it will change the game. Comment there and enjoy. Already leave the like in this video if you want more content like this. This is what makes this channel grow and get to more men who are going through the same situations as you. Men who, like you, are ready to turn the key. And if it is not yet inscribed, you are now inscribed and activates the bell. Because this video is just the beginning. In the next few, I will show you deeper techniques, even more powerful psychological strategies and answers you have never heard about how the female mind works. This is the kind of knowledge that transforms not only the way you attract a woman, but the way you see yourself as a man. So comments, I'm going to change the game. Leave the like, subscribe, and now yes, get ready. Because from here, I will reveal you the exact sign that, when used the right way, makes it run after you without stopping. Best of all, without you having to say a word. Let's go. Most men make the same error. And the worst, they do that thinking they are hitting. They believe that to conquer a woman, they need to show all the interest right away. They send messages all the time, excessively praise, are always available, do everything to please. It seems that they are trying to prove it all the time, which are worthy of her attention. But this, instead of generating attraction, creates exactly the opposite effect. That's what I call emotional saturation. And let me explain to you why it destroys your chances silently, even if you have the best intentions. When you show too much interest, too early, you eliminate an essential element of emotional seduction: uncertainty. The feminine mind responds to mystery, doubt. Is he interested in me? This is what feeds desire. This is what makes it think of you when it is not around. But when you deliver it all right away, attention, affection, compliments, validation, you take the emotional space from it to wish. She doesn't have to conquer you anymore, because she already has you. And when a woman feels she already has you, she loses interest. Think with me. Do you know any hunter who runs after the prey, shouting and showing where is all the time? Of course, the true hunter knows how to wait, knows how to position himself. He does not despair. And in the dynamics of attraction and relationships, that's just like that. The man who positions himself as a prize, as someone who doesn't have to prove anything, is what attracts hard, because it conveys value, scarcity, and self-confidence. He is not asking for attention. He is the attention. And here goes the most important point. That doesn't mean being cold, ignoring or treating badly. None of that. It means learning to dose, knowing the right time to show interest, and especially know how to retreat at the right time. Because when you give space, it misses you. When you show that your life does not revolve around her, she begins to wonder where you are, who you are, and what you are thinking, and then the game changes. You activate the instinct of curiosity, the trigger of value, and arouse interest in a way that words would never get. This is the mistake that many do not realize. They think they need to show intensity from the beginning, but they forget that emotional achievement is a process. It is a dance, not a persecution. When you press too much, you suffocate the attraction. And when you show it all the time that is available, you lose the aura of challenge, which is just what it makes it want to achieve you. Remember, women do not fall in love with predictable men. They fall in love with men who arouse emotions, and nothing generates more emotion than the balance between interest and mystery. Now it tells me, have you fallen into this trap of surrendering too much at first? Have you ever felt that you lost a woman exactly when she thought she was going to cling? Comment down here, I will never be predictable, if this has happened to you. Or comments, now I understand, if this record just dropped. Your comment helps this video reach more men who need to hear this truth, and helps you fix this new positioning in your mind. And holds firm, because now we will enter the most powerful moment of the video, the signal that changes everything. Now that you have understood the error that pushes women away, it's time to turn this game for good. And for that, there is a sign, a single signal, simple, silent, but powerful. A sign that does not need words, does not require ready-made phrases or exaggerated statements. That's what I call silent value. And when you dominate this sign, you directly activate her emotional side. Best of all, it naturally, instinctively, as if it were the one who had made the decision to run after you. And that's the point. When it seems it was her choice, the attraction explodes. This signal works because it moves two of the greatest triggers of the female mind, doubt and curiosity, two emotions that feed the attraction with intensity. When a woman feels that you have value, that you are a man of choices, but still there with her, quietly, without haste, without throwing herself at her feet, she enters a validation mental state. She wants to know more. She wants to understand who you are, what you want, why you are not trying to conquer it like everyone else. So, she begins to watch you. You wish you, imagining scenarios with you. But the most important thing here is how you convey this sign. And it is not with words, it is with attitude. It starts, for example, with something simple like taking a little longer to answer a message at the beginning of the conversation. It's not a little game, it is positioning. You are showing that you have a life which is busy, that you are not with your phone in your hand waiting for her to talk. This activates in it a positive emotional tension because unlike other guys who respond to seconds and show need, you show independence and control. Another powerful example, body posture. When you are with her, keep a relaxed but erect posture. No leaning too much, looking anxious, or trying to fill the silences with nerve lines. A man who feels comfortable in silence, who keeps his gaze straight but quiet, who listens more than he speaks, conveys security, and security is one of the pillars of the true attraction. And here is one of the most underestimated and at the same time more impactful techniques. Finish the meeting before it wants to leave. It changes everything. While most guys extend to the fullest meeting in the hope of enjoying more time, you do the see on trail. You end up at the height, create the famous anticipation effect. This makes her go out thinking about you, wishing for more time with you, wanting the next time. This is silent value. This is emotional control. What's more, this is you in commanding the energy between you. The secret is not to seem inaccessible. The secret is to show that you don't need her, but she's welcome in your world. And this simple inversion changes the dynamics completely. Because when she realizes that you are not trying to fill a void with her presence, but sharing a space that is already complete, she begins to see you in a different way. With admiration, with desire, with respect. And when you position yourself like this, you not only attract, you keep, because the woman feels that she is facing a man who knows her value, who knows what she wants, and is not willing to negotiate her essence by female validation. This kind of man is rare, and precisely because it is rare, it is irresistible. She will strive to please you, will try to impress you. You will feel that being with you is a privilege, and it will run after. Because you have created an emotional vacuum that only she can fill if you leave. Now that you understand this, comment below, "She will run after," if this insight has made sense to you. Or if you want to go beyond, comments activated silent value. This shows that you are committed to your evolution, and that you are willing to become the kind of man who naturally attracts without despair, without forcing. And of course, if this video helped you, leave your like now and subscribe to the channel, because this is just the beginning. In the next videos, I will show you how to further deepen this emotional connection and completely transform the way women see you. But for now, keep it. A man who knows his own value never has to run after, because she is already coming.